Hello students, I welcome to all of you to this session of fluid mechanics. Dear students, we have initiated a online class with the JS College of Engineering. We initiated online class, and through this online class I have taken few classes on fluid mechanics, fluid refrigeration also class is going on. So here basically in this lecture we will be talking about the fluid static. You know, the last class we have discussed the introduction of fluid mechanics, and properties of fluid were discussed. Okay, what are the different properties, what is viscosity, what is kinematic viscosity, dynamic viscosity, density, specific weight, that were discussed. Okay, so today we are going to start a new chapter, that is your hydrostatic forces on surface. That means it is coming under the fluid static. This is me, Dhiraj Mandal, Assistant Professor, JS College of Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. You can connect me here. This is my YouTube channel, DM Study Center. You can get the PDF you can avail from this Telegram channel, and this is my Facebook channel. Okay, so let's start. Fluid mechanics. Here fluid static we will be discussing. It is your coming under module 2. So first of all, let us discuss what we are going to study here. Basically in this chapter deals with the fluid mainly it may be liquid or it may be gas. So basically this chapter deals with the fluids at rest. That means when there is not any kind of motion inside the fluid at rest. This means that there is no relative motion between adjacent or neighboring fluid layer. You know that the fluid is flowing like this, and number of layer is created, and between two layer of the fluid there is not any kind of relative motion. You can't see any kind of relative motion. Okay, the velocity gradient, which is equal to the change of velocity between two adjacent fluid layer divided by the distance between the layers, will be 0. That means velocity gradient means what? Du dy, isn't it? Let us consider this is your velocity u. Okay, u plus du, this is your only u, and this distance is your dy length. So the velocity gradient means your how much changes has been done. So here you can see this is your du. So this mass velocity with respect to this mass displacement, okay, du by dy is called your velocity gradient, or rate of change of shear strain also you can say. So basically that velocity gradient will be 0 here. Du by dy will be 0 here in case of the fluid which is at rest. Clear? Now come to the point. The shear stress, basically you know the shear stress is equal to mu into du by dy. As du by di is equal to 0, so automatically we can say that tau is equal to 0. Am I right? So how that means we can say that the shear stress also it will be 0 in case of the fluid at rest. Now two types of forces, okay, forces acting on the fluid when it is at rest. One is your due to pressure on the fluid normal to the surface, another one is your due to gravity or self weight of the fluid particle. Okay, so here it is mentioned due to pressure and due to gravity or self weight of the particle, two types of force you can see. Next, now you have to know some terminology should be discussed here. one is your total pressure, another one is your center of pressure. Okay, so these are the terminology. These we have to know. What is total pressure, what is center of pressure. Now let us discuss about the total pressure. Total pressure, it is defined as the force exerted by a static fluid on a surface, either plane or curved, when the fluid comes in contact with the surface. These forces always act normal to the surface. See, what is total pressure? Basically, it is defined as the forces exerted by a static fluid on the surface. If it is your fluid and the surface, what is the force exerted? Surface either plane or curved surface. It may be curved surface, it may be plane surface, like this. Now, when the fluid comes in contact with the surface, always remember it is acting normal to the surface. Clear? So this is called your total pressure. Come to the next slide. Next slide, it is your center of pressure. What do you mean by center of pressure? So always remember, whenever this is your body and this is your free surface, so you remember if AB is the surface of this body, then always this force, total pressure force is acting on this from this with respect to the center of pressure normal to the, that means if it is your center of pressure, if it is your center of gravity, then from the center of pressure normal to that plane. Okay, the plane, this is your plane, and here basically normal force acting, this is your total pressure. Okay, pressure force. So let us discuss the center of pressure. It is denoted by A star. It is denoted by A star. What is center of pressure? Center of pressure is calculated by using the principle of moments, which states that the motion says that the moment of the resultant force about an axis is equal to the sum of the moments of the components about the same axis. See, the center of pressure, basically if it is your body, let us consider here it is your body. Now what happened? This is the free surface. Now a vertical plane is taken here, and this P is your denoting the center of pressure, the G is the center of gravity. What do you mean by center of gravity? Center of gravity is defined as the point through which whole resultant gravitational distribution force act irrespective of the orientation of the body. Irrespective of the orientation of the body means if you changing the shape of the orientation of the body, like this. Let us consider this is your body. Now the center of gravity is lying here. If the body is inclined, then the center of gravity must lie in that particular point. So like this is your dumbbell. Now the center of gravity, where it will be lying somewhere here if it is homogeneous or uniform throughout the section, same material, made of same material, then the center of gravity must lie somewhere rightward from the normal neutral axis. Okay, so if I am changing the shape like this, so the center of gravity will lie in the same point. It is not depending upon the orientation of the body. But if you are changing the shape of the body, then center of gravity may changed. Okay, now I think it is clear what is center of gravity. Now here in this diagram you can see, from the free surface there is a distance between center of gravity and free surface, this distance is called your h bar. H bar means your distance from the free surface and the center of gravity of the body. Let us consider P is the center of pressure and it is lying somewhere below from the center of gravity. Then from these points P, if I am drawing a parallel line with respect to free surface, and this is your normal, that means your a vertical plane, so the force acting here, it is yours to F, and this F is called your force due to total pressure. Okay, clear? Now come to the previous slide. Here basically I have told like this. Now here basically center of pressure, basically what we can determine, the total pressure force or central pressure is determined by vertical, that means it may be vertical plane. Okay, vertical plane, it may be horizontal plane, it may be inclined plane, it may be curved plane, like this. Then what will be the center of pressure, what will be the total pressure force, that we are going to discuss here. So first of all, let us take, in case of vertical plane plane surface submerged in liquid, what will be the force exerted on the particular object. Okay, here basically what will be the force exerted, so that we are going to discuss here. So through this derivation you will know that this much amount of force is acting on the body. Let us consider A is the total area of the surface, and distance of CG of the area from surface of the liquid, I mean this is your H bar, you can say it is your H bar. From the CG to free surface, this is your, and G is the center of gravity, P is the center of pressure. Now the total pressure, you know that pressure P is equal to force per unit area, na? So ultimately force is equal to P into A, and P is equal to what? P is equal to, we know that rho G is, so here basically A is bar you have to take, so that is why P is equal to rho G you can take here. Basically total pressure force P is equal to rho G A H bar. Is it clear? Because we know that when the liquid, when the a particular object, it is at a distance with H bar, then total pressure force experience is equal to rho G H bar. P is equal to rho G H. Okay, so that you have to know, because when you have gone through this pressure and its measurement chapter, then this was discussed. So P is equal to rho G A, F is equal to rho G A H I can write. Now the center of pressure H bar. So here basically we know that P is equal to W into H, and W is equal to what? Rho G. So rho G H. So area dA, small area dA is equal to what we can write? B into dH. If I am taking this strip, so B into dH is the dA, small area. Now the total pressure force on the strip dF is equal to what we can write? P into area, and P is equal to rho G, and you know that P is equal to rho G dF, we are going to find out rho G, and area is equal to B into dH. Now if you integrate, if you want to find out the total force, then integrate this equation, so you will be getting F is equal to rho G, okay, rho G integration B into H into dH. Am I right? Because here H is the variable and B into dH is what? So B into dA is equal to dA. So that is why it is written, you can see here, F is equal to integration of dF is equal to integration of rho g h b rho g h dH into B. Ultimately F is equal to what we can write? We can write rho g integration B into H into dH. Am I right? Now B into dH is what? dA. So I can write rho g integration H dA, and H dA is what? H dA is equal to moment of the surface area about the free surface of the liquid. So we can write area of the surface into distance from the CG. When this dA, if you are integrating, then H into dA we are getting. So H, at that time H is equal to H bar, because with respect to center of gravity we have to take. So ultimately F is equal to rho g H bar. Clear? So this is how this equation is coming. Okay. Now you know that to find out the center of pressure, basically center of pressure is calculated by using the principle of moments. Also I have told you. So principle of moment, you apply principle of moment, then you will be fine, you can get the center of pressure. And what center of pressure states that the moment of the resultant force about an axis is equal to the sum of the moments of the component about the same axis. So you know, let us consider the H star is the center of pressure. So with respect to H star, if I am taking moment, so H star into F, that is the total moment. Now the moment of the force dF, if it is your small strip, and I am considering that dF is the small force. So force into displacement, force into perpendicular distance, that is your H, and dF is equal to what? Rho g B into dH into H. Can I write this? Now if I am integrating this whole dF into H, then we will be getting total moment, and mathematically this equation 1 is equal to this equation 2. Clear? So if I am just equating this part, you will be getting that rho g integration H square dA. Okay. Now rho g H square dA, and it is what? It is equal to moment of inertia. Do you know the moment of inertia? So basically it is the moment of inertia with respect to reference plane I naught, and rho g I naught is equal to, we can write F into H star. So mathematically rho g I naught is equal to F into H star, where I naught is equal to moment of inertia. Okay. Now you can write F is equal to rho g H. So rho g I naught is equal to F into rho g A H. Okay. Rho g A H bar into what? H star. So rho g cancel out. So H star can be written as I naught by A H bar. Okay. So this is written here. H star is equal to I naught by H bar. Now I naught is equal to Ig plus A H bar square. Because why? If you know that moment of inertia of a body, so if I am applying the parallel axis theorem, then we can say that moment of inertia of a body with respect to some reference plane IA is equal to moment of inertia of that body with respect to its center of gravity plus plus multiplication of the area into perpendicular distance square. Okay, so that is written here, Ig plus AS bar. So after simplifying, you will be getting AS star is equal to Ig by AS bar plus AS bar. Okay, so center of pressure. So ultimately what we have got, this is your center of pressure. This equation is needed when we will be solving the numerical, and F is equal to rho g AS and A star is equal to Ig by AS bar plus AS bar. Okay, this equation is very important. Okay, next do two statement you see. Center of pressure lies between center of gravity and vertical surface. The distance of center of pressure from free surface of liquid is independent of the density of the liquid. As you know that here basically there is not any kind of application of density here. Okay, it is independent of density. Next, coming to the next slide, horizontal plane surface submerged in liquid. Now when the plane surface, horizontal plane surface like this, it is submerged in liquid, this is your free surface. Now how we can calculate force? So you know that this is a horizontal plane, so that is why one force is equal to, we will be getting rho g AS bar. So nothing will change. Okay, in case of horizontal plane, the intensity of pressure is same on the entire surface, since the entire surface is at the same depth from the free liquid surface. Then the total pressure force on the surface is given by rho g AS bar. Basically here center of pressure and center of gravity will lie in the same point. Okay, next coming to the next point, that is your inclined plane surface submerged in liquid. If I am talking about the incline, that means this is your body, it is inclined with respect to the free surface. Now you can take again a strip, some, and it is making an angle theta. This normal line you can take, and here basically you can see the from this normal line, this distance is your y, distance from the strip and the distance between y. So here you can see this is your center of gravity, this is your center of pressure. Now from the free surface, this is your you can see. So as you can see that here basically the object is making an angle theta, and this distance is bar, this is your S star, that is your center of pressure, and it is your y, and this one is your y bar, that is distance from the center of gravity, and your vertical plane. Okay, so if you are just you see here, A is the area of the total area of the surface, H bar is the distance of center of gravity of the area of the free surface, H star is the distance of the center of pressure from the free surface, G is the center of gravity, P is the center of pressure, theta is the angle made by the plane of the surface with free liquid surface. Y bar is what? Distance of the center of gravity of the inclined surface from OO axis. OO axis means this is your OO axis. Okay. Next, Y star is the distance from the center of pressure from OO axis. So pressure force on strip. This is your strip, you can see. This is the strip. Now what is the pressure force on the strip? Small df is equal to rho g. You know that pressure force df is equal to p into dA, and p is equal to rho g h into dA, and into dA it can be written. Now total, if you are integrating this df, then you will be getting f is equal to rho g a h bar. Okay, after integration you will be getting this equation. Now if I am, this is your total force. If I am talking about the moment, And that means if you want to if I want to calculate the S star, then moment, a same process as we have done earlier. So moment of the strip is equal to df into y, and mathematically this df can be written as rho g y sin theta into dA into y, because this is your y that means the rho g is equal to what, y sin theta. This is your vertical component, so this is theta, so that is why it is your y sin theta. Clear? a is equal to y sin theta. Why? Because by the help of the triangular law, you know that a is by a is y is equal to a is bar by y is equal to a is star by y star. This is equal to sin theta. From this geometrical figure you can write like this. Okay, so sin is equal to sin theta. So a is equal to rho, a is bar is equal to rho g, basically y is equal to y, what we can write, sorry, df is equal to what we can write, df is equal to rho g a is dA, and a is equal to rho g y sin theta into dA into y. So ultimately rho g sin theta y square into dA. Now you can see sum of the moment. If I want to calculate this total, that means integration, sum of the moment is equal to rho g sin theta I star, because I not because y square dA is what, it is your moment of inertia. Okay, so moment of inertia already I have got. Now moment of the total force dF about this O axis, F into y star, total force with respect when we are calculating the center of pressure. Okay, so F into y star is the moment of the total force F about y axis. So what we can write, F into y star is equal to rho g sin theta I, and mathematically if I am simplifying this equation, A star is equal to Ig sin square theta by A H bar plus H bar, where Y star is equal to H by sin theta. Okay. So this is all about the for inclined surface. This is all about the H star, that is your center of pressure. Now if I am considering the curved surface, submerged in the liquid, then this is your curved surface. Now this point, in this point you will see the horizontal pressure force is what, dfx, horizontal like this. So it is your body. Now here fx is a dfx is the horizontal pressure force. Next dfy is the vertical pressure force, and this is the resultant df. It is making an angle theta here. So here you can see, in case of curved surface, the f is equal to what, integration of rho g h into dA, same equation when we have discussed previous. Okay, already I have discussed na. So here basically df is equal to this, and f is equal to what, root over fx square plus fy square. Am I right? So that is your resultant force, and tan theta is equal to what, tan theta is equal to fy by fx. So it is your theta, so that is why tan theta is equal to fx by fy. Clear? So ultimately this is your for inclined curved surface, this will be your equation. So here basically you will see that this is your f root over of summation of fx plus summation of fy. Okay, so this is the resultant force, and inclination of the angle with respect to horizontal, so that is your tan phi. Here phi is taken, tan phi is equal to fx by fy. Clear? So here in the equation you can see this is your y axis, this is your x axis, this angle is your theta. So this is your dA sin theta this one is your F, this is your dA, and this one is your dA cos theta. Okay, so F is equal to root over Fx square plus Fy square. That is all right. How we can find the inclination? Tan phi is equal to Fy by Fx. It should be Fy by Fx, not Fx by Fy. Here basically it should be Fy by Fx, because you know that tan theta is equal to what? Perpendicular by base. So it should be Fy by Fx. So make it correct, okay? And Fx is equal to what? Integration of dFx is equal to integration of rho g h dA into sine theta is equal to you can write this one. So ultimately rho g h into fg is the total pressure force on the projected area of curved surface on the vertical plane. And if I am calculating fy is equal to summation integration of dfy is equal to, put the value of fy rho g h dA into cos theta. So ultimately you will be getting rho g h into eg. Eg means this is your eg, and fg means this is your eg means this is your eg and this is your fg. So into eg, so weight of the liquid surface by the curved surface and the free up to free surface liquid is equal to this fy and this fy. Now F is equal to root over Fx square plus Fy square. So resultant force you can get in case of curved plate. So I hope it is clear. Next class we will be discussing about the buoyancy, center of buoyancy, then meta center, then stability of immersed and floating body will be discussed. What are the different condition, that will be discussed. Some numerical will be discussed. So here one numerical you can see, this numerical it is based on the buoyancy. Here one numerical on based on the yes, 1 minute please. Problem number 2. The force due to water on the circular gate 2-meter diameter provided on the vertical surface of water tank is 12376 Newton. Determine the level of water above the gate. Also determine the depth of the center of pressure from the center of the gate. So these are the details which are given. So based on that you have to find out the depth of the center of pressure and level of the water above the gate. So total force, you know that rho g a is bar. So rho g, this gamma is equal to rho g. So rho into is equal to 1000, g is equal to 9.81. Area is given pi by 4 d square. Okay, so here basically diameter is given na, so pi by 4 d square, and h bar you need to find out, because total force is given 1 2 3 7 2 1 2 3 2 7 2. Okay, now from this equation you can find out h bar is equal to 4. So the depth of the water above the center is equal to 4. Now center of action of the force is equal to what? That is your S star, Ig by A bar plus A bar. Put all the value, you will be getting A star is equal to 4.06 meter from the water level. So remember H star is equal to what? Ig by A bar plus A bar. So this equation, and now all the value it is given, and Ig is equal to what? Ig is equal to BD cube by 12 na. Rectangular, it is circular, sorry, as it is circular, so it is your pi by 64 d to the power 4. That is your Ig. That means your center of the moment of inertia. So from this equation you can get this is your H star. Okay, or 0.0625 meter from the center of the gate. Now checking the equation, H is means Cp is equal to, we know that d square by 16 H bar into H bar, so it is your this. So I can say that H star is equal to 4.0625 meter and H bar is equal to 4 meter. So this is all about the numerical. So next class we will be solve some more numerical. This all whatever I have discussed, that is your assignment. Solve the assignment and submit it to my given mail. So where you have to submit this assignment, you have to submit the assignment to my given mail. This is my mail, dhiraj.mondal@jscollege.ac.in. Here you can submit this assignment. Also, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Also you can email me, okay, and in the WhatsApp you can message me, okay. This is my WhatsApp number also, okay. So today up to this, thank you for listening. Jai Hind.